right, Shalom. Shalom. This is a part two to the first part. Uh, well, for Con. This is Acts chapter 4. I'm going to start with the prologue. From verse 1 to 4, it says, The rulers of the Jews offended with Salakia. The rulers of the Jews offended with Peter's sermon. Oh, dang. Oh, my God. No, yeah. Verse 1 to 4, and from 4 to 5, it says, Through thousands of the people, though thousands of the people were concerned that heard of the word, imprison him and John. From 5 to 13, after upon examination Peter boldly avoided the lame man of boldly avouching the lame man to be healed by the name of Yahushua. And that's Slakia. I'm Slakia if I sound inquisitive. I'm reading it to understand it. Slakia. 13 command. All right, boom. All right, so from 5 to 13, that by the same Yahushua only we must be eternally saved. From 13 to 23, they commanded him and John, Peter and John, they commanded him and John to preach no more in that name, Yahushua, Yahweh, those are the names. Adding also threatening, from 23 to 21, whereupon the church fleeth to prayer. Okay. From 31 to the rest of the chapter, and Yahweh by moving the place where they were assembled, testified that he heard their prayer, confirming the church with the gift of the Holy Spirit, and and with mutual love and charity. Beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, this is hope you can hear me. I'm gonna bring it back just in case. All right, so this is Acts chapter 4, verse 1. And as they spake unto the people, the priest and the captain of the temple, and the Sadducees, I've never seen that word spelled. Sadducees. That's not Sadducees. 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 Slacky, hold on. I gotta look it up. All right, so it says Sadducee. Okay, so I think I was correct. It says a member of a Jewish sect, Israelite sect or party of the time of Yahushua Mashiach that denied the resurrection of the dead, the existence of spirits, and the obligation of oral tradition. Emphasizing acceptance of the written law alone. So they were just carnal. Like IUIC. Yeah, and they don't even abide by the law. They nigga riding on horses. Sadducees. All right. All right. I think I said it right. Boom. All right. Acts chapter 4, verse 1. And as they spake unto the people, the priests and the captain of the temple and the Sadducees came upon them, being grieved that they taught the people and preached through Yahushua the resurrection from the dead. And they laid hands on them and put them in hold unto the next day, for it was now eventide. Howbeit, many of them which heard the word believed, and the number of the men was about 5,000. Oh, wow. And it came to pass, that's cool. And it came to pass on the Slakia, verse 5. And it came to pass on the morrow that their rulers and elders and scribes and Anans, Annas, Anan, and Anaz, the high. I'm gonna get the pronunciation on that. All right, so one thing I used to look it up is the King James Bible. It's the King James, but James as it you can see it right there. I'll put a link to it. So I think it's pronounced Ananias, the high priest, and I was just looking it up, and it means humble. I don't know how to say it in Greek, but hold on, humble, and it says of Hebrew origin. So Ananias must have been his slave name, and then Israelite. So this was his Hebrew name. Hananiah would be it in the English, but in Hebrew it's Hananiah. That's, can I zoom in on this? Ha na na ya. But they don't have the connector. There'll be a connector under the ya and the ha, taking off the a from the ha. So Hananiah. And then you won't have the H sound. It's like I meant to say you wouldn't have the A sound, not H. It's like, yeah. All right. Alrighty, chapter 4 of Acts, verse 6. And Ananias, the high priest, and I did not look this one up. Capias, I did. I saw it. Capias. I want to look it up now because I won't be able to let that go.
How do you go about pronouncing his name?
Caiaphas. All right. Now I want to look at the meaning of that. Well, I was researching the word Caiaphas, and I found a lot of confusion, so I'm just gonna move on. This is Acts chapter 4, verse 6. I have to study more on that. Ananias the high priest, and Caiaphas, and John, and Alexander. Oh shit, Alexander? No, not that Alexander. And as many as were of the kindred of the high priest were gathered together at Jerusalem. And you said Jerusalem in Hebrew is Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim. Verse 7. And when they had set them in the midst, they asked, by what power or by what name have ye done this? Then Peter, filled with the Holy Spirit, said unto them, ye rulers of the people and elders of Israel, and if we this day be examined of the good deed done by the impotent man, by what means he is made whole, by what means is he made whole? Be it known unto you all and all, Slakia, verse 10. Be it known unto you all and to all the people of Israel that the name of Yahweh Shah Mashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom Yahweh raised from the dead, even by him doeth this man stand here before you whole. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders, which is become the head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Con. Verse 13. Now when Salakia, man, I gotta breathe. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Yahushua. After beholding the man which was healed, and standing with them, they had, it's like, yeah, they could say nothing against it. But when they had commanded them to go aside out of the council, they conferred among themselves, saying, What shall we do with these? What shall we do to these men? For that indeed a notable miracle hath been done by them, is manifest to all them that dwell in Jerusalem, and we cannot deny it. He's got us on the ropes, dude. Oh man, we cannot deny it. But that is spreading no farther among the people. Let us straightly threaten them and make them speak this henceforth to no man in this name. Oh my gosh, bro, that's crazy. Oh man, bro, we in them times now, bro. Oh man, well, it's like those times are coming up. Whew, man, oh, man, that's crazy. Same people, man. Wow, we cannot deny it. Oh, it's threatening. Wow, lost my dang. All right. Whew. Spread no further among the people, let us straightly threaten them, that they speak henceforth to no man in this name. And they called them a little scratch on my page. Oh, scratching my throat. Hold on, so like it. Whew. All right. This is Acts. Whew. Everybody will slack ya. This is Acts chapter 4. We cannot deny it. Chapter 4, verse 17. But that is spread no further among the people, let us straightly threaten them, that they speak henceforth to no man in this name. And they called them and commanded them not to speak at all, nor teacheth the name of Yahushua. But Peter and John answered and said unto them, Whether it be right in the sight of Yahweh to hearken unto you more than unto Yahweh, judge ye. For we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard. So when they had further threatened them, they let them go, finding nothing how they might punish them because of the people. For all men glorified Salakia, for all men glorified Yahweh for that which was done. For the man which was above 40 years old, on whom this miracle of healing was showed. And being let go, they went to their own company and reported all that to the chief priests and elders had said unto them. And when they heard that, they lift up their voice to Yahweh with one accord and said, Yahweh, thou art power which has made heaven and earth and the sea and all that it is, Salakia, and all that in them is, who by the mouth of thy servant David has said, Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things? Wow. Verse 26. The kings of the earth stood up, and the rulers were gathered together against the Lord Yahweh and against his Mashiach, his anointed, Mashiach. And verse 27, of a truth against thy holy child Yahushua, whom thou hast anointed. both whom thou hast anointed, both Herod and Pontius Pilate, with the Gentiles and the people of Israel were gathered together. So, so, so that there's a clear division between the Gentiles, because there are two forms of Gentiles. There are Israelites who don't claim to be Israelites; they claim themselves to be of the different nations. So those are the Gentiles. Then you have the Gentiles who are like a Moabite, Chinese, so-called Chinese person, but like a Moabite like that. They don't have the spirit of the Lord at all, so they're Moab. But and that's like a Gentile, but Slovakia, Gentile, people of Israel, Slovakia, whew, right, and the people of Israel were gathered together for to do whatever. Wow, it's like reading that camp out loud is different. But now that I'm like reading the whole thing like out loud, it's like really breaking up a lot of mucus up on my lungs. So it's pretty cool. Man. All right, so this is Acts chapter 4. Whew, pretty nice. Acts chapter 4. I'm gonna start at verse 27. For of a truth against thy holy child Yahushua, whom thou hast anointed, both Herod and Pontius Pilate, with the Gentiles and the people of Israel were gathered together, for to do whithersoever they hand, and thy counsel determined. Salakia. So, for to do whatsoever thy hand and thy counsel determined before to be done. And now Yahweh, behold their threatenings. So this is Peter and John. And now Yahweh, behold their threatenings, and graven, and grant. I gotta look that up. Hold on. So I was looking it up, and it means grant, to give. So, and then also with context, verse 28, the prayer of Peter and John, for to do whatsoever thy hand and thy counsel determined before to be done. All right, and now Yahweh, behold their threatenings, and give unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak thy word. So give is what I found. So by stretching forth thine hand to heal, that signs and wonders may be done by the name of thy holy child Yahushua. That's important. don't if somebody says the name don't matter, the spirit of the Lord is not upon them. If they say that the name is Yahweh, the spirit is not upon them, because there's no e's, u's, o's in the ancient Hebrew. Okay, it's Yahweh. Sadly, you also have people who do pray to the name Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, but their fruit is rotten fruit. It can be seen. Uh, con. But the name matters. I want to stress that. The name matters. Verse 31. And when they had prayed, the place was shaken where they were assembled together, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and they spake the word of Yahweh with boldness. And the multitude of them that believed were of one heart and of one soul. Neither said any of them that aught of the sayings which he possessed was his own, when they had all things common. Wow. And with great power gave the apostles witnesses of the resurrection of the Lord Yahushua, and great grace was upon them all. Okay. neither was there any among them that lacked, for as many as were possessors of land or houses sold them and brought the prices of the things that were sold and laid them down at the apostles' feet, and distribution was made unto every man according as he has had need. And Josias by the apostles was surnamed Barnabas, which is being interpreted the son of consolation, a Levite, and of the country of Cyprus, having land, sold it, and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet. Oh, that was nice. That was the end of chapter 4 of Acts. Yeah.